This is Average Rugby and the first episode of Post-Ruck Clarity, where we hope to find the truth of why your team got nailed. This episode will cover the history of the Sharks and the Lions ahead of their Season 4 opener in Durban. Both teams will want an improvement on Season 3 as they both missed out on the URC playoffs. I've compiled data for all Sharks games since joining the European competitions and plan to do various data explorations. This is my first video and expect to discover more insights as the dataset is examined. If you're curious to see more like this, please go ahead and subscribe. The Sharks commanded the first two seasons with strong performances home and away, but the Lions turned the tide in Season 3 by winning both matches. The Lions have struggled to get points in Durban despite the one victory in the Shark Tank. The Sharks earned try bonus points in the first 4 matches, but none in Season 3. However, they do have consistency both home and away. The Lions have found it tough crossing the line in Durban with only 4 tries from 3 visits, compared to their 4 tries per match at home. The Sharks are reliable from the tee, converting respectively home and away. The Lions, lacking an elite goal kicker in the URC, have seen their success rate suffer. This inaccuracy cost them a playoff spot last season as they had many close losses. They also have since lost a kicking option in Jordan Hendrickse due to his return to Durban. This is an area of complete dominance for the Sharks, gaining over 100 meters more per match and being more effective with each carry. Both teams found the gain line more difficult to cross in Durban, and both teams outrun each other on their own turf. This difference is much more pronounced in Durban, with the Sharks averaging over 250 meters more than the Lions. Surprisingly, both teams kick significantly more in Durban. It seems like the Sharks are willing to pass more in Durban than the Lions, while matching them for passes in Joburg. The Sharks kick slightly more overall and regather marginally better. The Lions are somewhat more effective at ruck time, but make more errors, coughing up possession. Tackle-wise, the teams are close, however the Sharks take the crown by making 2 more dominant tackles per match on average. The asterisks in this video denote limited data. The Lions are more disciplined, conceding fewer penalties and cards. The Sharks, on the other hand, have earned a yellow card in each of their last 4 matches. Both teams tend to get penalized under pressure in their own half. Territory changes hands at half-time, with the Sharks starting well and the Lions finishing strong. The Sharks have overall territorial authority, but see a 14% drop from the first to the second half, a trend they need to correct. You can see the Sharks drop off in each game, with the Lions coming back 6 times out of 6. That being said, the Lions will need to average more than 40% territory in the first half to maintain consistency against the Sharks. There is a similar trend with possession, the Sharks controlling things only to let the Lions return the favor. If you look at the final 10-minute stats at the bottom, the tendency of the Sharks to drop off is illuminated once more. Some of this may be down to the Sharks generally having solid halftime leads and losing focus. This resulted in their first loss in Durban after squandering a 15-point lead. In all but one match, the Sharks lost control of the possession game as the match progressed. The difference between halves can be down to a few reasons, but isn't a trend Powell nor Plumtree would like. This data shows where each team has played when in possession of the ball. The Sharks tend to avoid playing on their side of the pitch, with 67% of their possession being in the Lions' half. On the other hand, it can be said that the Lions are great on the counter-attack and that the dry conditions on the high velds are conducive to long-range tries. The Lions do well to have 25% of their possession in the Sharks' 22-meter zone. The Lions have overturned their string of losses by taking better advantage of their territorial and positional control in the latter parts of games. It remains to be seen if the Lions can improve their scoring when visiting Durban. The Sharks are a force on the gain line, in defence and attack, and will want to improve their discipline and resilience to capitalise on early control in matches to turn their fortunes around in Season 4 of the URC. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope to catch you for the next one. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, and leave a like if you appreciate the content. Cheers.